goat. Sorry, we're at preseason streams, boys.
No, you're good. This is you guys' first season as far as I'm concerned, so technical issues are completely good.
Can you show me what you're looking at in Discord? No. On Discord, quit like Alt Tab and show me the whatever screen you're looking at, or change the stream in Discord to your other monitor or whatever. Yeah. I just want your Discord. Leave the game going. There's also a command you need to run that I will send you. Okay, minimize this. Yeah, okay. Okay, it has game audio. Hit the cog again. No, sorry, hit close. Add a source. Yeah, add audio input or output capture. Sorry, output. Discord. You should be able to. Fun.
No, you're
good. You're all good. You're all good. Just tell us when we're live, and we will get back into it.
Can you hold on? We're blasting. Hold on. No. Cancel. Your stream's on the right here. Can you delete?
No, you're good. This is you guys' first season as far as I'm concerned, so
It's working. Yeah.
we're live?
Well, hold on though. You want to make sure you don't have multiple audio sources. So maybe turn that one and desktop audio off. Yeah, because there is multiple audio. Hold on though. No. On Discord.
Sweet.
Quit, like Alt Tab.
Okay.
And show
Okay.
whatever
So-
screen you're looking at. I'll
live.
help you set this up better in the future. Change the stream in Discord to your other monitor or whatever. And I got a command for you to run. Yeah. I just want your Discord.
I still do not know if we are live or not.
I think we are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that everybody's
We're
hearing
live.
all that.
Ladies
I
and
can hear the
gentlemen,
audio.
Entry Point Esports, preseason night 2. This has been one of the streams of all time. Lucky to be here. Lucky to have you here with us. I'm with my good friend Cal, and we are here to talk about Smokewalkers and Protocol Droids. I can no longer see the game, so I am just guessing at this point what is happening. Cal, what do you think is happening?
Well, I think what we were seeing before we cut away Crash was that we did see Smokewalkers. Obviously, we had picked it up when they had done their investment. And they did manage, I saw, take back-to-back rounds. I didn't see the outcome of round 5. But it does look like they managed to establish a foothold back in the game, which is really good.
BB Klukas takes down a 047 through the wall, through the head, and as you see, we are up for a banger here on Ancient. Skyline's going to drop one. Rossboat's responds, takes him down on ramp, and now his teammate's going to try and trade him. Won't happen. Party Double A goes down. Faded comes out of cave, takes Y, and he will get dropped as well. Rossboat's on a roll so far. 6-3 in this game.
We'll get back into it.
43 seconds left in the round. Saichi takes him down, starting the 1 versus 3. Now 40 seconds left as the bomb gets picked up. Nobody can stop him from getting this plant down. And with 34 seconds to spare,
Your
versus 2 very
your
winnable.
stream's
Well,
on the
fighting
right
harmless.
here.
Target
Can
is
you-
there to make the play, and Smokewalkers are up 4-2.
Yep, nice retakes by Harmless Target and BBC Lucas coming across from A. You know, they kind of waited a while, but it makes sense. They hadn't seen any activity over on that site. And then finally, when the T's commit, they work their rotate over, they approach it together, and they manage the retake. Good stuff from Smokewalkers.
pretty textbook, all things considered. Now, one of the things that is very, very important on this map is mid control. Cal, what do both of these teams have to keep in mind in order to hang on to mid control and use it to its most effective ability?
Well, usually it's utility, and you see the CTs throwing it early right now, right? You have the early molly and then the smoke out by elbow, and you're catching it to try and catch actually what the T's are doing right here, but I'm going to cut off and hand it back over to you, Crash, because we're getting right into this.
Yep, Y99 drops Faded. Azure answers back very quickly. Party AA up ramp at the B site has fallen. Retakes are now going to start. Minute and a half left to go. It's all going to come down to BB Klukas. He smoked off on both long and short, so he's got to wait for these smokes to fade, buying valuable time for Protocol. Droids here, finds the flick. Harmless target answers elsewhere. Now very quickly a 2 versus 3. He's going to get a molly on that bomb, make sure nobody's behind pillar. Topher's going to find Party AA. This is the first shot. BB Klukas swings back out, won't miss the second. Skyline AA drops him. There's Skyline AI, excuse me, and it looks like Smokewalkers are going to have themselves another round win by defuse.
Yeah, another really nice retake, especially coming in man down on 4-on-3. I actually was about to float that maybe they might want to hang out on the outside, but no such problems there. Easily able to come in with these retakes.
Yep, and it's one of those things, right? Have you ever been part of a team that leaves utility on the ground and spawn on this map for retake purposes?
No, because I am too bad. Unfortunately, I do not play this game at a high enough level to do that, but I've seen people do it, and I think that's what I'd be hoping to see up here at some of these divisions as we get away from those silver levels. But would love to analyze this more, but once again, straight in on A. The Protocol Droids just really hitting very quick.
They toss 2 smokes in the same spot, one going into Temple as well, which means there's no smoke on Donut. Going to make things much easier on Smokewalkers as they attempt to retake. Faded is planting the bomb. Nade onto the Temple smoke, nothing will come of it. And now pushing through is BB Klukas. What a play! He takes him down from Temple, really freshly smoked off and mollied out as well. That is going to buy them some time. Approximately 32 seconds left on the bomb now. As Party AA here in Brokey, he is going to be a key part of holding on to this side. Tries to find one, he will find one. Party AA takes one. Skyline and Party both clean up. Rossbolts tries to answer, finds himself a double kill. And now it's him versus Faded. 1 versus 1. 10 seconds left on the bomb. He's got to get on it. He's got to stick it. He can't wait any longer. Faded sprays. It's too much. Won't be enough time. Rossbolts cannot make the play. And I think Faded's going to die as a result here. He will. Everybody is dead. And Protocol Droids will make it 5-3.
Good job by Protocol Droids. I was a little worried there because obviously Smokewalkers, like Protocol Droids went up, 2-0. So out of the last 6 rounds, Protocol Droids only got that one. Hopefully this will be their foot back into making this a little bit more competitive, but we'll have to see. The buy is a little staggered right now with Azure picking up that scout. And the CTs are armed to the gills. And again, with the util down early.
They absolutely are, and that's one of the main things. That's one of the main differences, right, when it comes to playing CT and T side, is that the economy is just so much easier to manage on the T side, right? Because you also don't have to. The only downside that comes with that is that you don't get any money if you save. Topher, in the meantime, finds 2 quick headshots on the Faded and Saichi, both of them out of the round and down for the count as a 047 still holding his A main position here. Looks like Party AA is setting himself nicely up here for a cave fight. Going to try and get the bomb. BB Klukas drops a 0 elsewhere, and now it's Party AA to try and pick up the pieces. Good start, takes the head off of Topher, but now, what does Protocol Droids do here in order to try and take this round? Looks like a minute left to go.
And with only 2 members of the T's to work with, they do have some util, but Party down to 47 health. Not going to want to see that. Making a lot of noise, but it looks like the CT's playing fairly... Oh, well, strike that. Ross coming up from behind.
Yep, and he will take down Skyline as well. Rossboat's having himself a heck of a game along with BB Klukas, both of them at double-digit kills already as we hit double-digit rounds. Smokewalkers up 6-3.
Roughly has seemed like so far, Crash, that the T's are grouping up a little bit more than the CTs are. And what the CTs are managing to do is actually come in and kind of pull them apart from the back. Coming into these other angles and doing things like that. I'd like to see Protocol Droids maybe make an attempt at leaving a lurker somewhere or something similar. There doesn't seem like they're having a lot of success cutting off rotations and things like that. And it looks like we're in for just another fast hit right back onto this A site.
Yep, looks like it's going to come all the way down to BB Klukas, who sits in CT spawn. He's just immediately smoked off. Again, no donut smoke. That means that Harmless Target is going to have a say in what happens on this bomb site. He's going to be able to try and swing out, finds the planter, and Party Double A hits the deck through the smoke. Sightsee answers back, but now the bomb is down, and they have no idea where it is. With a minute 20 to spare, now they are risking the bomb, not getting down. Topher drops Sightsee. BB Klukas takes Faded. Skyline and Y both find the kills, and now it's a 0-47 to try and pick up the pieces. Won't find anything with a scout. BB Klukas is there, and Smokewalkers will find their 7th.
Another great collapse, and you can kind of see what I mean there, right? Like, Topher comes in from Donut, and I don't think he gets a kill, but he almost doesn't need to. He's a suitable distraction for the T's as they, excuse me, for the T's as the CTs come in from spawn and through Temple as well. So, yeah, I like the CTs seem to be coming in off of these angles a little bit better than the Protocol Droids have been able to manage so far.
Looks like they're going to try and get a mid-rush going here. Bodies are hitting the deck. It's Harmless Target taking 2. Ross Boats hits the deck in response. Now, minute 40s get caught for the smoke out. Party Double A makes the play, and now it's 3 versus 3 as Protocol Droids take full mid control. But what do they do with it from this point on? It looks like they want to try and go donut to A. It would be a good read as Topher's pushed all the way up into A main, but do they expect that? And now the bomb's going red room. They're going to run right into Y99 here. Minute 18 to spare, and he's just going to tuck into his corner and let them go now. Swings out, finds them both.
Nice
Y99. Quick double kill. Party and Skyline both hit the floor, dead as doornails, and now it's Salchi, not Saichi, Salchi to try and fix this. He hears Topher, and now he's got to try and swing out to make this play. Topher is not going to lose that fight. 7,553 kills on that A1 as Smokewalkers pick up 8.
Emblematic of Ancient right there, that mid-fight, right? You see 2 members of Protocol Droids go down, but then the Protocol Droids manage to actually answer back, smoking out Donuts, smoking out Red, and then opting up Red, which I think makes sense. I expected some guns to be dropped there from the CTs, and I think maybe it was a little predictable, and so the Smokewalkers were able to defend it and take the round back.
100%. Sometimes it just doesn't work out for you in terms of the gunfight. Speaking of gunfights, BB Klukas, an entry frag of all entry frags, drops a 0-47. No answer for Protocol Droids. Now Faded takes down Ross Boats as a result, 4 versus 4. And we are off to a flying start here in this round. And BB Klukas not taking any prisoners. Salchi is the next in line. Harmless Target takes down Faded, and now it's 4 versus 2. Protocol Droids have to pick up the pieces here. What's one thing that to keep in mind on this T side? Try and get as many rounds as possible here on Ancient. You're already in a hole. Your economy's already in a bad spot. What do you do to try and come back from this?
Nice answer so far. I like the boost here. I think it looks like it caught them a little bit off guard, but they only have flashes left to try to break into this site. And there's already 2 CTs here. See if Harmless Target just opts to stay in mid for now. They're going to hear that boost as they drop off of it. They go for the fire through the plywood. No. Just cutting noise and looking maybe to potentially rotate. But Harmless Target's here. He's going to see it. Be able to call it, maybe even get one.
Have they seen him is the question. They haven't. And now Harmless Target trying to take this fight. Won't do any damage, but he will stay alive himself. That's very, very important, right? You don't want to overextend and take fights that you don't need to take. He knew he was outnumbered. He fell back, waited for his teammate support, and now they're going to be going into an advantage retake. Harmless will find them both as a result. Skyline and Party both hit the deck, and that's the end of your first half.
Good halves going out from both teams. Smokewalkers, I think, looking at the stat line, obviously having a lot of luck putting Lucas on that AWP, not having a lot of luck from Protocol Droids really being able to deal with it. But we'll see. Counter-Strike is one of those interesting things where momentum, one of those things we talk about that's hard to really nail a number to or to really discretize in any way, but it is an important aspect of this, and we've all seen games where scoreline like 9-3 can turn around real quick on you, especially if Protocol Droids manage to pick up this pistol. So I have to see if the Smokewalkers opt for... What play do you think that they might go for here for, Crash?
Well, they're taking a timeout, so whatever it is, it better be crazy. I see a Tech 9, 4 Glock, 3 Glocks, a P250, and some util spread out between them. I think that this is going to be a B take. They're all facing towards the B side. I think they're just going to just straight up do a B site execute. And in the pistol round, that is certainly one of the decisions of all time. But one of the things that I want to point out is they took a timeout to organize that, right? Timeouts in Counter-Strike are very, very important. And looks like we've already got a miscommunication on who's throwing what smokes. And somebody must have missed something in spawn. That's going to get faded. The chance to nade down ramp here.
Interesting
And
pistol. Both teams opting for a lot of grenades.
Rossboats took that nade head on. Fade, it's going to find Topher through the smoke. That's going to stop the bomb plant. Now they're going to get back on as they smoke long again. Salty and Faded both finding kills through smoke. BB Lucas answers, but it's all falling apart for Smokewalkers. What a shot from Party AA. That was gorgeous. And now it's Y99 to try and hang on to this P250. The defuse is already started. Salty cleans up. And ladies and gentlemen, Protocol Droids are not out of this yet.
Oh, that's exactly what I wanted to see happen. They're going to go in now at the beginning of this half with the money advantage, able to invest here more, obviously, than Team Smokewalkers. And a similar thing, like you look in a mirror, right? The exact same pattern that we saw last half played out so far. Obviously, one round, not a whole lot that we can talk about until we see how the rest of this plays out. But the terrorists managing to get on the bomb site and get the bomb planted, and then the retake just finding them in a crossfire.
Yep, very, very textbook play there from Protocol Droids. They played it very, very well. Definitely that miscommunication on Smokewalker's behalf on who was throwing what smokes definitely hurt him right there in the long term of that round. And oh, that is not a great flash for Topher. Oh, Skyline's going to get up here. Do you think they heard that? Minute 30 to go. They all spill out in the smoke. None of them expected to be up there. They're all facing it, and they all fall down. BB Lucas and Rothbolt both trying to find kills, but it is very small potatoes. Now 2 versus 2 as Rothbolt brings it back into the realm of possibility. Minute 15 to spare. Bomb is on the site. 1 CT, 1 Temple, and then you got 1 T for each guy, and it doesn't matter. They both win their fights. Salty and Faded are able to clean it up. Protocol Droids have 2 at the start of this first half.
Good recovery from Protocol Droids there, and great play from Skyline, getting on the boost over there on a site. Love to see that. I think we're at a rank where I'm not sure I would expect players to really check that routinely. So I think it's a really good idea to utilize things like that. And we saw some success from Smokewalkers with the boost, or excuse me, Protocol Droids with boost at the end of the last half as well. So I like what I'm seeing on that front.
Looks like they're going to swing out again for another mid-fight. Harmless target drops to 0. Party AA answers back. BB Lucas out of the round, 4 versus 4. That Molly and Donut's going to slow him down. He knows they're all in there. And look at this. They are pulling the rope with some serious expertise right now. They are completely surrounded, trapped in Donut. Nowhere else for them to go. And with these long angles on these pistols, there is nothing they can do. Smokewalkers are completely pinned right now. Faded's going to be able to drop him with a nade. And that is definitely one heck of a round, but I think we're just about at the end of this one, provided nothing crazy happens. Skyline AI dropping Y99, and now it's Topher with his FAMAS. And he won't do much. Skyline AI is there, and we are now at 6-9.
Crash, I am feeling a little vindicated by that, because that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. All the T's in one area on the map, and then just getting collapsed on from mid, from A site, even coming down through red. And yeah, I mean, they're on a weaker buy that time, so you can't fault them too much for that. Obviously, when you're doing like a rush or something like that, which it looked like they were kind of aiming to do, you would expect them to stick together. So I don't want to knock them too much for that, be too negative. But so far, Smokewalker's having a hard time figuring out the right way to the site. But now we've got Lucas back on the op. Let's see if we can get anything done.
Oh, that smoke is definitely going to cause some problems. BB Lucas on that AWP is going to try and keep an eye on ramp here. Ross Boats, does he get aggressive? Does he push up into this space here? I think he's going to try. Party AA, quick headshot. Y99 finding Salty elsewhere. Now 4 versus 4. Make it 4 versus 3 as Topher drops a 0 on the other side of the map. Now minute 19 left to go with 2 in Donut, 1 in Con. This is not looking good, and now it's looking even worse. Skyline AI just coming alive here in this second half. Topher will swing out, take him down. With a minute 7 left to go, bomb coming A main is Faded. See it, he does not. Instead, he swings out, drops his teammate. Now he's forced out a CT. And Harmless Target knows it. He knows that flash is coming, and he swings out in front. Great play from Harmless Target in the 2 versus 1. Now it's Party AA with it all to do. BB Luke is watching that play. Swings with a flash out. It is not going to work. Trying to make it happen. Party AA with a team on his back to cross the finish line. He won't find it. BB Lucas shuts him down. And Smokewalkers have their first round of the second half, finding double digits.
And the minute they get Lucas back on that op, they find the round win. Interesting play there. They send the bomb early on the left-hand side of the map, but they also commit players to the right-hand side of the map as well, taking control of the area in front of Jaguar. So very interesting stuff. They played that a lot slower, which I like seeing from Smokewalkers, and they find the win as a result. I wonder if that's going to be how they play this out going forward now that we have gun rounds.
BB Klukas finds the entry frag, makes it an immediate 4 versus 5. When you're down man advantage like this, it becomes you almost want to pull the rope over to B, right? Just because it's so much easier for them to take B when you're outnumbered. And BB Klukas finding Faded as well has been undoubtedly one of the best players that we have seen on this Smokewalkers team here tonight. 19-8 to start this game, and he's going to swing out of this position. Salchi will take him down, so the hot hand for Smokewalkers hits the deck with 1:12 left to go in the round. 4 versus 3, and things kind of slow down here. What's the angle for Smokewalkers?
Well, they still have enough utility to get into one of these sites. Ross with the smoke, but they're coming in through cave. Managed to get the kill, but do have to trade it out. They're up 3-2. But it looks like they're going to secure the bomb site. Do we expect Salchi and Skyline to make this attempt? Ooh. They don't have a lot of money.
Another short smoke when there's no long smoke is an interesting call there. That Molly's going to keep him pinned for the time being, but it's only going to buy him about an extra 7 seconds. Topher, he's going to hang out in Ninja. Y is going to make his way all the way up to that short smoke, now electing to fall back in a cave, and I think Protocol Droids are just going to save this.
Yep, this is kind of what I expected to happen. And you see Protocol Droids now really in a rough spot with their money, and especially with Smokewalkers being able to take their 11th of the game. This is getting really dicey for bot. Not sure what I expect to see them try and invest in here. Maybe a little bit of aggro play I wouldn't mind seeing. Obviously, if you're going to pick up some pistols or something, maybe in a slight force, close the distance, and really take it to them, maybe with like a 2 or 3-man fight here in mid is what I might be thinking, but I don't know. We'll have to see what they elect for.
Yeah, when you're down this much, those exit frags are very, very important, because now look at how much money these guys are going to be able to stockpile as a result of that round. If they killed maybe just 1 or 2 more of them, their economy would be in a very different situation. But $10,900 left over at the start of the round after everybody's bought. That is going to be devastating if Protocol Droids can't get that under wraps.
Lucas looking for the fight early.
Yeah, he is.
Up far.
We'll have to see. Azir 47 is going to drop him. You got to be disciplined on that clearing, or else you'll get caught off guard. Azir proves it right there. And now we've got ourselves a 4 versus 5. Smokewalkers down man advantage. They do have significant mid control here. Salchi still watching this connector push. Does he go up? Could potentially catch him off guard here. Topher finds Faded elsewhere. And now Party AA in cave. So again, things slow down when you're at an even place like this. I think B might be the answer. Ross boats find his Azure elsewhere. That's the donut player down. They're going to start throwing a bunch of different smokes on a bunch of different sites.
The bomb is all the way on the A site, Crash. It's all the way to the left. Yeah. They're just picking it up now. And they're on B.
Look at the smokes, too. They smoked 3 different sides of the map at once to try and confuse them. Topher's going to find Party AA elsewhere. Now 4 versus 2. Skyline's going to hear one in A main here, and now he knows that the bomb is headed A at this point, but it's going to be all on him. Can he win the 1 versus 2? They know he's here. They have heard him, and Harmless Target swings around the corner, fast and furious. Drops him without a second thought, and now we might see Smokewalkers hit 12.
In such a hard position there, right? When you're down to the man advantage when you have 3 and then down to 2, and you can see they're split across the bomb sites there because they haven't laid eyes on the bomb on B, and so I don't think anybody felt comfortable rotating off A, even if they could, which at that point with multiple people coming in, that's also a problem in and of itself, but yeah, just a very awkward, like, after the mid-round there to find yourself. And even awkward on Smokewalker's side, too, right? You capture the site, but the bomb is all the way on the other side of the map, and then he elects to still go and plant on that side of the map. It's a very bizarre round there.
Yeah, very, very bizarre. One thing that Smokewalkers did that I think is very, very fascinating. They smoked red, CT, and then short on B all at the same time, just to kind of keep everybody where they were at so that their execute would be able to find onto an advantage situation. And BB Klukas taking down Skyline AI in Donut. So now 4 versus 5. They are going to be on the ropes here, Protocol Droids. They need this round more than anything. And I know that it's only like preseason.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Crash. I was just going to point out, it looks like, I think Azure was boosted maybe up on boost right in front of A main. But that kill actually dragged him back down to guard Donut.
Very, very interesting. Ross Boats and Faded both finding kills elsewhere. Now 3 versus 4. This is where legends are made. This is where heroes find their mark. Salchi takes down BB Klukas. That's the first of potentially many. Faded finds Topher elsewhere. Now 3 versus 2. Do Protocol Droids hang on? They're on the ropes. They are getting the absolute tar beat out of them right now. Can they slow the bleeding? They start to do so. Azir finds Ross Boats, but his back is turned. Harmless target. He's going to make the great intelligence play here, right? 40 seconds bomb on his back. He's going to let him walk away willingly, waiting for someone to come out of Donut. Now he's lost track. What does he do here? And he does get seen. Going into Temple. 30 seconds left. Now the bomb on his back. Drops his Azir. Now he knows the Donut presence is there. Molly's going to stop it. 24 seconds. You don't have time to go back, son. You got to face your fear. You got to make the play that you know you can make. Bomb turn to CT, and it's over. Protocol Droids find their 7th. And by the skin of their teeth.
No kidding. That is very accurate. Another crazy round there. Bot managing to pull it back after going down a man yet again.
Yep, and it looks like Smokewalkers, as a result, are going to take a timeout. Remember, if there's one thing I know about Counter-Strike is that 13th round is the hardest one to get. So this is definitely a smart move on their part. Once you lose a round like that, you've got to start taking into consideration, like, hey, let's sit on this, right? Let's try and get a momentum reset, get everybody, a fresh water break, see what we can get done right here, and see what we want to do for the round. What do you think they're talking about in this timeout?
I mean, I think it's exactly what you just said, right? Because that's the thing, is they can go all in on a play, and to an extent, right? If they lose it, then it's going to suck because obviously their money is not good right now. But they just need that one over the line, so I feel like they can play a little bit looser. They got some more rounds to play with. What I expect to see, frankly, is maybe a B hit. We do see that bomb making its way over there, but we'll have to see if that's where they decide to finish. It feels like they've been going A a little bit more than B so far.
And he is lucky to get away. Salchi. BB Klukas nearly took his head off. That nade's going to do some serious damage if it landed correctly. Unfortunately, can't quite get it to bounce where he wants it to. And he swings out the 3rd time. He'll find it, and Smokewalkers tear them apart. Limb from limb. Azir hits the deck, and now it's Skyline in a 1 versus 5 with an MP9. Bomb is headed his direction, so he has that going for him. This long-range engagement is not going to go well. He spams from the other side of the smoke. They know exactly where he's at. He's paranoid of a flank. It's not going to matter. They will take him down. And Smokewalkers, there was hope for a moment, but Protocol Droids fall 13-7.
Yeah, good game from all involved. Obviously, if we're talking about Smokewalkers, going to have to shout out Lucas on that 22 and 11. It felt like anytime we were managing to see his point of view or watch the kill feed, he was coming in very clutch, getting a lot of opening kills. That was true even in that last round when he was facing off against the CT in red. So some impressive play coming out from Smokewalkers. And I mean, Protocol Droids, if you get 7, you're not maybe going to be super happy with that. But one thing that I do like is that they showed some resilience. They were down early, managed to claw it back, and then after Smokewalkers kind of narrowed that gap, they managed to stay in it for a little bit longer than maybe otherwise expected. So I don't think that everything is lost for Bot. I think that going into next game, there's definitely a chance that they can still take this.
100%, right? One of the things to keep in mind is that this is just preseason. This is where the general managers and all the talent staff on each organization are going to try and figure out who they want to keep and who they want to play. So remember, a lot of the times you have to also consider that it's one of those situations where guys are just trying to figure out where they want to play, right? Still trying to figure out how we're going to gel together. And I'll tell you one man that's on fire right now, BB Klukas. Had an absolutely insane game, 22 and 11 with that AWP with an 18 KSP. He is gone absolutely insane tonight, and we're hoping to see more of that in the future. But that is going to be all for us for the time being. While we're waiting for the next game to start, we're going to send you to a quick break. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go too far, because we're going to be having Counter-Strike back for you here in a moment on Entry Point Esports. Thank you so very much for joining us for this game, and we'll see you in the next one.
live until they start. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. We're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Entry Point Esports. I am your host, Crash, joined by my good man, Cal, and we are going back to Nuke. It's going to be the same two teams again, which is something that I was not aware was going to be happening, so that is definitely a surprise. I'm also learning that this man's name is not BB Clucas. It is, in fact, BBC Lucas. So, you know, we learn something new every day. I'm not as present here as I am in CSC, so I don't know a lot of these guys, so if I get your name wrong, I'm sorry, but maybe it's just some, you know, incentivization to pick an easier name. I don't know. But, Cal, it's good to be back. We are rare and ready to go on Nuke, and Lucas might win himself a knife round here. Hold on.
Clucas, you mean?
Yeah, Clucas. Sorry. My mistake. You know, Lucas
I'm just going to start calling him that.
I think, honestly, I think it's funny. I think it is genuinely hilarious. But, yeah, so knife round is one. We will see if they decide to switch sides or not, and it looks like they will not to start things off. Okay. So, pistol round, Nuke, right? Nuke is one of those weird maps where there's a lot of verticality involved, and utility, especially outside, is very, very important. Those yard smokes, gotta know them, gotta have them. We'll see if these guys are up to the task as we get into this pistol round.
Yep, no surprise to me that Protocol is going to start on the CT side, famously easier on Nuke, so to me the question will be, how much do we expect Smokewalkers to be able to secure here?
I mean, I don't know. I think a decent half would be 8-4, especially for the T side, right? Most of the time, if you're able to get 4 or 5 rounds on the T side, you're pretty well set up for that second half. Party AA finds one, Party for AA finds 2. Lucas takes down his Azure elsewhere, and he is going to fall back down ramp, finds a third. Party AA taking no prisoners, collecting scalps like they're Pokemon cards. And his reign of terror is put to an end by Ross boats as they head downstairs. 3 versus 2. He's been set up in perfect position by his team. Swinging out single, 1 shot, 1 kill for Salty. And Skyline cleans up to win that round. Protocol Droids have the first.
Yeah, that was all on Party right there. He getting that triple kill as he's falling back off of the position there. Just beautiful. I mean, you know, he even throws out the grenade early and it doesn't hit anybody because all of Smokewalkers were basically on the other side of the wall. And he still manages to claw back and get all of those kills. Good stuff.
100%, 100%. And now we've got 2 substitutes in the game as well, Zippy and Camp Zerk for Protocol Droids and Smokewalkers respectively. So we'll see how they play, and we'll see if they are able to do better than their predecessors. That's going to be the question, right? That all of these talent managers and all these GMs are going to be looking for to see what are the best 5 that I can put out there any given Monday and Wednesday. And that is kind of the questions that we're looking to answer as we get into this round. Minute 20 left to go. Things slowing down to start. Right, pistols just for this T side. It's very interesting to me that they're not all grouped up, right? Most of the time you see like a vent drop or a ramp rush or something of that nature. Swinging out is Camp Zerk. My goodness. Balls of steel so large he needs a wheelbarrow to carry him around. He's just swinging out, taking this fight by himself with a P250. He believes in a lot of things. Himself is definitely one of them. Party AA quick to shut him down. 53 seconds left to go in the round.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, though, the Smokewalkers just don't have a lot else to leverage. They don't have any yard control or much of anything. And they're obviously on the eco, but I think that's a big reason why you saw Camp Zerk trying to play so aggro there.
Yeah, the problem is he needed his team to play with him. If you're going to go aggressive like that with pistols, that's one thing, but your team has to be with you, right? The only strength that pistols have is strength in numbers, and right there just was not executed very well by Smokewalkers. We'll see how they want to pick themselves back up going into round 3.
Yep, especially now coming in with a more decent buy. I will be very curious, to your point, Crash, to see if what utility they know and what utility they opt for. Will we come out with those yard smokes right out of the gate on round 3? I'm not sure we're going to see both of them, but I'd be pleasantly surprised to be wrong.
See what happens. It looks like we got at least a couple headed outside. Lucas bought an op there for just a split second. That nade, that molly is going to be good. Will deal a good bit of damage to Ross Boats. That'll make him a little easier to kill. Minute 38 left to go. Again, things slow down. There's a gap in the smokes, though. That's a problem. One of them missed, and they're going to be seen swinging out from red. They're going to try and take this fight. Zippy trying to get some damage down. Won't get any damage. Excuse me. Camp is very, very low. Y finding Salchi elsewhere, and it looks like we will have one down secret as Y finds another 4 versus 3 now as he gets his head ripped off by Party AA. They've already made their way down secret. That's the thing. Once you gain secret control on the T side, you gotta go, right? Because those rotates are coming and in a hurry. They can be down from vent to watching secret in less than 3 seconds. You have to get the advantage. You have to get the initiative in that gunfight or you're going to lose it. I think we see them realize that, go back up. Lucas finds Azure now 4 versus 2, and Protocol Droids, it is not looking good for them. Skyline finds one, trying to find the second. He does. Now he brings it back to an even 2 versus 2. Harmless target drops him, but now things are much easier for Party AA. He is coming up secret here, and I think
outside.
Oh, he has to go grab it, but he's expecting him to come out. 30 seconds left. Bomb going down. They have no idea he is here. I think their backs are going to be turned.
I think so too. It's almost a blessing that he doesn't fire a shot there, but he sees this.
And he gets caught with the utility out. Who can spray better? And it is Party AA. He's off to a nuclear start. 3 rounds, 8 kills, and he single-handedly picks apart Smokewalkers. But let's not forget Azure 47, or excuse me, I think that was Skyline that got that double kill in mini with the MP9 to kick this whole thing off. Protocol Droids on fire. Timeout Smokewalkers.
I like this timeout a lot. I mean, we were talking about it when this game started, Crash. So we don't necessarily expect to see a ton of terrorist rounds here, but obviously taking the break this early on, trying to get your feet underneath you, I think is super important. One thing that was interesting about that last round, like to your point, they're taking secret and then they opt to walk all the way back up into main upstairs because I think it was Harmless Target that had pushed all the way in around Silo and was able to actually see that the CTs were not up top. So it's a nice calling there. And really impressive from Party to get that clutch. Obviously picking that angle, expecting the bomb to be picked up. I expected the bomb to be picked up by somebody coming out and peeking it, but opting to just be able to land those shots going back in for the retake anyway. So nice stuff from Party for sure.
And as we see a little bit of a disagreement playing out over whose gun is whose. Y99 knows all of the outside smokes. That is very, very good for him. So he is definitely safe if Nuke is going to be one of their big maps that they want to play. Cam Zerk electing to hand off the bomb. Lucas finding Skyline elsewhere, and it is going to be Party AA, or excuse me, Azure 47 to try and hold off this ramp area. As they move Party AA off of ramp to somewhere else, he's going to go down into double doors here. That's a very interesting positioning change. Y has made it to secret with very little resistance to boot. It looks like with 1:04 left to go here, still very, very quiet. Lots of map control being just given up to Smokewalkers here. I wouldn't be surprised if they get this round as a result. They're just kind of hanging out right here. Zippy.
Doing the same thing.
Finds one, won't find the second. Y is there to make the trade, and now it kicks off. Everybody is moving at lightning speed. Azure 47 trying to take him down. Finds Salchi elsewhere. Now punching out the glass as Azure 47. Lucas hits the deck now, 2 versus 3 with 34 seconds left to go in the round. Smokewalker starts planning on A. And now it's Party AA and Azure 47 to try and make it happen. And now it's a 1 versus 3. Party AA has been the unbreakable chain link for his team. No way he does it again. 1 versus 3 made 1 versus 2. Flash on the site. He's feeling himself. You can't let him get space like this. It's like Steph Curry from half court. Half the time off the bomb. He's got to hurry.
I believe, Crash. I believe.
If you believe, maybe he believes. He's going to nade AZN. Nothing there. Quarter of the time on the bomb now. I don't think he has the time. Swings down, takes the first flight. Sprays
Oh!
He has the kick. He can do it. He tries to find the bomb. Does he have the time? He doesn't Oh my goodness.
Crazy round.
The fingers and toes were crossed for a second there, but just by a few milliseconds, he can't quite get there. Oh my goodness, he just took too much time, and he's kicking himself in the head for that one, but 11 kills in 5 rounds. This man has gone absolutely insane.
That is unbelievable that he even gets it that close. I mean, he still loses the round, but it's so expensive for Smokewalkers, and you reset your round loss too. So you can see they're not even coming in with the full buy here, and Lucas back on the scout.
We'll see if he can put it to good use here. Looks like that second smoke is going to land this time, so now they have unimpeded access. Somebody pushes up ahead of that. That is very aggressive out of Fury. Got the MP9. He knows he has the advantage, close range, but Rossboat makes him pay. Over aggression, over extension, and over dead is Azure 47. Minute 23 left to go. And now man advantage not in their favor, but Party AA, he wants more. He is thirsty. He wants to be quenched with the blood of his enemies. And this smoke is going to fade. We'll see who is expecting to. He finds the first. Will he find the second? No, he won't. Party AA and Salty both finding kills. Y and Lucas both answering back now. 2 versus 3 with just over a minute left to go.
Yard control firmly in the T's hands, but coming in now to A, which has the CTs on it. Nice kills.
Yep, Skyline, Salchi, interlocking fields of fire. We call that a crossfire in the business, as it were. And with a 1 versus 2 on his hands, we're going to have to see how Y99 handles this one. He's got a good bit of options here. 32 seconds. Here's the gun, hit the floor. He knows one's close. Takes the engagement. Now 1 versus 1. This is very doable for him. He's going to go down vent. You absolute animal. 24 seconds. And he is going to be able to get the bomb down with very little resistance. Nobody expected
has
this.
To know that, right?
He
Here it comes.
is planting in just the right open. I don't even know what he's planning for. He's going to volley single, but he is double jumps. And he will get away. Down the blue box now, swinging out, trying to find the kill. Won't get it. Salchi makes him pay. He couldn't quite figure out where he wanted to set his feet, and as a result, he's disadvantaged in the gunfight. And Protocol Droids are going to go up 4-1.
Yeah, nice round from them. Interesting when you consider how that round began, right? If you'll recall, Azure goes up and plays aggro with the SMG. It looked like he had Skyline and I think even Zippy behind him in yard, close to like main where you would go in top A site. But the smokes, I think, blocked them somewhat. And obviously the posture of the T's too, holding back on the closer to their side of the map. So it ends up with Azure just kind of overextending a bit. But luckily Party finds his kill on the other side of the map. And then obviously great plays by Skyline and Salchi to close it out there.
100%, and yeah, just one of those things where there just wasn't really a whole lot going in his favor. Y99 given impossible. Now he can bring out ramp. It's Party AA, finds 2 with the M4A4, and he is headed down ramp. He decided to try and take more. He will try and decide to take another fight. He knows that he has been pushed back, so he will fall back down to the site. Oh my God, Lucas! Did he even stop? What in the world was that? Azure 47 doesn't even know what happened. Just a black screen and a "you died" message. With a minute 13 left to go, Rossboats is all the way up into heaven, now dropping down on A, which is wide open. Swinging up vent is Zippy, but he's less accurate on the ladder. Doesn't matter. Takes down Rossboats. Now 2 versus 4, make it 1 versus 4. And Lucas is stuck, and there will be nothing he can do. Salchi makes the play, cuts him off, and now we will see Protocol Droids go up 5-1.
Party again, 14-3. This man cannot be stopped. This position is really giving Smokewalkers a lot of trouble. And what I really liked in that case was when he actually fell off the perch there, Azure was on the other side coming down from ladder to catch them. Right, like in the crossfires, they tried to either rotate up to heaven or seize the territory and potentially set up for a lower hit. And Azure doesn't get the kill, but he again kind of just delays long enough for everybody else to get in position. So good stuff out of Protocol Droids, like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a great CT side for him. On the flip side, Smokewalkers, you've got... Ooh, I like this position from Luke, because this is very, very smart. He's cut these 2 sites in half. Console comes up for a second. No better be having no aim hack. Zippy takes down Rossboats while blind. Elsewhere, Azure 47 and Skyline both finding kills in response. And it's now a 2 versus 5, just like that. With just under a minute and a half left to go in the round. And Y99, that is disgusting. What a shot onto Zippy through the wall. And his teammate and harmless target's going to go down, and now I think he is just going to save this.
Running into a brick wall that time, Smokewalkers just losing pretty much every fight across the map. That kill feed was just nothing but blue on yellow violence.
Yeah, that was definitely an opener to a round for sure, but Y99 the only one to find a kill for his team in this one. Skyline AI picking up that AWP at Lucas so kindly left on the ground for him. Got to get the fingerprints off of it, though, because that is evidence. 45 seconds, and Stalchi will drop in with a quick spray. And Protocol Droids are up 6-1. Smokewalkers not in a great position here. What do you do if you're the IGL of this team right here?
That's a really good question, Crash. I mean, I think if it's me, like, you know, we haven't really seen a lot of pushes down Secret again. They kind of tried that early, and I don't think they've tried it since. So I think I probably opt for that, or even a play around maybe taking yard and going back behind where CT spawn is and coming in from the heaven route. They haven't really utilized that side of the map almost at all, I don't think. So that's a little bit of what I would like to see. But yeah, Lucas just on the aggro gets the kill again.
Oh my goodness, he just cannot be stopped. He's an absolute animal in the paint. And with a minute 32 left to go, Skyline going up Secret. He might catch him off guard here. I don't think he's going to be expecting this at all. Remember, this is where game sense comes into play, right? Understanding what the timings can be, and Lucas is ready for it.
Lucas is aware, yep.
That is very surprising. He knows that it could potentially be Secret, and he takes his head from his shoulders, sticks it on a spike, and says, "Come at me, I am not afraid of you." Salty finds one, won't find two. They execute onto the A site. Bomb is down, 2 versus 4. Now we'll see them try and set up for this retake. If you're CT side, I think you just say if you're already up in rounds, and if you can get a couple of exits here to keep their economy underneath your boot, Zippy is going to nade that smoke and is going to be looking to try and find something on the other side of it. Looked like he was going to try and molly AZN there for a quick second. Would have gotten him out of position there. Party double A.
Not again.
No. Now it's 2 versus 2. There's enough time left on the ball. They could potentially go for this. He is going to swing out. Stays disciplined, plays the trading game, and Smokewalkers will have their second round. That looked dicey for a second there.
But the same pattern is what happened last time, right? Where they win, but they only have one player stay alive, and you reset your round bonus again. So this round is of the utmost importance for Smokewalkers. And what you saw last time, last round, was Lucas sort of single-handedly winning that fight outside and giving them that territory, which I think helped their upper hit. We'll have to see if they continue to opt for things like that, because I think it's a little dicey to rely on one person to do that every time, but we'll see. Looks like Smokewalker's slowing it down a little bit more in this round as they get those cross smokes set up.
Party AA has 17 kills in 9 rounds. He is a chained pit bull at the current moment that they're just letting off the leash at whoever looks at him the wrong way. Skyline AI taking down Lucas, was able to see his torso just over the smoke there. That was a very good kill on his part. Minute 17 left to go. We'll see Campzerk try and pick up the pieces, maintain what little outside control they do have.
So slowed down. Just waiting to see if they can get any peeks from the CTs, but...
Ooh. Skyline finding a quick kill onto Campzerk there. Got to remember, you got to set your feet before you shoot. That's one thing that's very important to keep in mind, right? It's one of those things where muscle memory and just practice comes in, but you do have to just make sure to get your feet set before you pull that trigger. It's kind of like throwing a football, right? You don't throw a football as accurately or as far while you're moving, right? You got to set your feet, get that kinetic energy going up your body, out through your arm, and then make the pass. So it's one of those situations where you just got to wait till your feet are set. And with 32 seconds left in the round, 3 versus 5, it's not looking good for Smokewalkers. Very minimal map control at this point. And that certainly doesn't help things. Y99 get dropped by Zippy with the AWP, and they are just going to save this one.
Yeah, a tough call to make, obviously, from the T side. Never happy to save stuff, but, you know, Harmless Target has pretty much a full util belt. Ross also still has the Galil as well as the smoke, so I do like this. Just really seems like Smokewalkers, when they're losing the man advantage, it's slowing them down, and then I'm not seeing a whole lot of capability to come back into the round after that. In that case, I don't remember who it was that went down earliest, but they lose the yard fight, and then they're kind of just poised outside upper again. You know, and you have some of these people that on their team that have enough util to maybe make plays, or not really seeing it come out. So I'd be curious to know if there's, you know, pop flashes or angles that this team knows that they're just electing to not take, or if maybe this is a map for them that's a little bit weaker. Obviously, as you pointed out earlier, Crash, like with the preseason, it may just be the teams getting used to each other. We got Azure trying to hold yard right now with the op.
Ooh, takes a couple of decent looking shots. Nothing comes of it. Minute 35 left in the round. They're just going to go balls out down C. secret, and they are moving in a hurry. They got to get down to vent quickly. Party AA is still at top ramp here. He has got no idea that they are headed down to his bomb site, and now they have realized as the doors are heard opening, Party AA just runs knife out. What are you doing? Ross
Didn't realize.
Drop him with a quick headshot, and now Salchi takes down Y. Zippy with a nose scope on the Camper. That must have been disgusting. Skyline AI with a perfect counter strike. Salchi takes down Lucas, and Skyline cleans up. What a disgusting round for Protocol Droids. Kill after kill. They moved as one. They killed as one, and they will go to 8.
Yeah, I blinked and I was getting ready to talk about how, oh yes, this is exactly what I wanted to see from Smokewalkers, hitting lower. This is why it's important, because the tempo change. And then Protocol Droids just come in with the retake and just annihilate them. So I don't know if that makes my point or undermines my point.
They just won every fight. One of the things that I haven't seen post-retake utility, right? Not a lot of smokes, not a lot of flashes, mollies, right? You don't want to, for lack of a better phrase, blow all your util load very, very early in the round, right? You got to save some left over to hang on to that bomb site, because as we saw on Ancient, right, just 1 or 2 smoke grenades can buy you almost infinite amounts of time on the T side to let that bomb go off. Because remember, whether you're alive or not, that bomb will go off at 40 seconds, right? All you have to do is get it to 36. And those smokes last for 15 to 20 seconds, right? So think about how much time you're cutting off with the CPs can do absolutely nothing. Speaking of doing absolutely nothing, Harmless, Frank, and Y both hit the deck without resistance, and Salchi drops Ross as well. He kept himself again.
Nice, Lucas.
That is a disgusting spray transfer, and Salchi kills himself over it.
Oh no.
He saw that and was like, I'm not fucking with that guy. Takes himself out off of the ledge, and now it's a 1 versus 2. Luca, you have to pardon my swearing there earlier. That was just absolutely insane. And oh, Party AA. He can't quite get the nade on the other side of the smoke. Lucas on 8 HP. Does he push through? 50 seconds, and Zippy is closing in. I think he's heard the scope in Hut. Does he look towards it? Smoke fades. Lucas still has his back turned. Zippy still waiting. Hut is going to come down to this fight right here. His shoulder sticks out. He had the distance on the angle, and so the angle dominance played out in his favor. Party AA, 19 kills in 12 rounds as Protocol Droids go up to 9.
Yeah, Smokewalkers make it on the site that time on upper, but they just lose all their gunfights. I think 3 in a row just didn't go their way. You can't be missing those shots if you want to keep this competitive. And going into the last round of the half now, Smokewalkers still not with a full buy. We've got Ross and Y on those Galils.
Yeah, 100%. I will say it was. I don't think Salchi intended to kill himself there, but in my mind, he was just so intimidated by that spray transfer that he just could not imagine a world in which he wins that fight. So he just went out on his own terms. Speaking of going out on your own terms, again, the gap in the yard smoke. Not really sure what the idea is there. Zippy and Lucas both finding kills. Now Y99 answers back. And with 1:26 left to go, we will see what happens. Looks like they're just going to push up.
With the man advantage and yes, I like this. This is what I wanted to see. But Party's here, the man, and he goes down.
He just did not. He started shooting before he set his feet, and Rustboat's going to win that fight as a result. Now 2 versus 3, and it's Skyline AI all alone on the A site. Can he hold it off against the incoming onslaught? They are taking their time with this, which I don't hate. Right? You've got 55 seconds. Got 55 seconds to try and take this bomb site. You can set up however long you need to, right? But just understand that timing is going to get worse and worse for you as they continue to narrow it down, and that's definitely not going to help matters as Rossboats hits the deck elsewhere. Now they're going to double up. Guys decide to go back down to B, and look at this. They're convincing Skyline that they're coming A, and he's used his flash and his molly. He's not going to be able to have those for a retake if they decide to hit B.
Salty down here does have both his flash and his HE.
We'll see if he decides to maybe want to use that on his on one of those doors. Y99 catches one off guard. We'll catch the second as well, and we will find ourselves at a 9-3 half. So it's the same score as Ancient, except this time it's in favor of the Protocol Droids.
And it is what you would expect with that nuke. The CT side finding more rounds than the T side. I don't think either of us is particularly surprised by that crash. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we've just done nothing but praise him this whole time, but I just want to bring it up again. Real star of that half's got to be Party, right? Just shutting down any of those takes, trying to come lower through that route. Pretty impressive stuff. We'll see if the pistol round goes the way of Smokewalkers and sets them up to kind of claw back in on this half.
We'll have to see. One thing that I definitely... Oh, my goodness. Harmless target rips off the head of Azure. Lucas finds one with a dually. Skyline answers back, but harmless target still in the fight. Zippy takes one. It's his first kill of the game. Camp Zerk... Excuse me, it's not his first kill of the game. I'm thinking it's somebody else. Camp Zerk will find Skyline. It's his first kill of the game, and harmless target will clean up. So Smokewalkers get the pistol round. That is definitely a good start for him.
Absolutely. Harmless Target needing to change his name to Harmful Target, because you can't pick up 3 kills on the pistol round and be harmless, my man. That's not how that works.
Very true. Very true. Perhaps he is just Target.
He's just Target. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
He's neither both nor either of them.
Just Target.
Just Target. Minute 45 left to go to see the opening rollouts, and this is going to be an absolute meat grinder they're going into. They're just going to be killed by utility here, mostly. Y99, Camp Zerk, and Harmless Target all finding kills in the round, and Lucas is just going to push forward with an MP5. He is absolutely disgusting on the beat right now, and with Smokewalkers finding 5, the momentum seems to have shifted in their favor.
Yeah, it definitely could be. I like that play from Protocol Droids, though. You got to keep the defense honest, right? Sometimes that type of thing will catch them off guard, and it just takes 1 or 2 kills and somebody securing a rifle. You know, get that rifle in somebody's hands, like Party, and you know you may be able to win that round. So I like that. What I'd like to see here is something the exact opposite, a little bit slower. Now that we come into this round, not a lot of utility on the T side, unfortunately. So they may opt to do just kind of a mass hit. Nothing down outside of yard to help them really get across. Some smokes, but
that cross smoke was thrown by the CTs. That is interesting.
Yeah, it is, right? Up a little bit farther.
Oh, Salchi is ready for wide. That is such a weird angle to just be ready for. Very, very smart move from Salchi right there, picking up his 13th kill of the game and Harmless Target. He knows they're coming down the stairs. Salchi on an absolute roll. Will hit the deck. It's Harmless Target on the kill. Zippy and Party AA finding their own kills elsewhere. Now 1 versus 3. Zippy is low, and he does have the MP5. Not very good at range, or really at all. I mean, it's a bold choice to pick up that gun over one of the other SMGs, but it's unfortunately just not going to work out for him there. Protocol Droids up to 10.
Important round for him. You want to break that CT economy a little bit early if you can. We do see Lucas opting for the AWP, and the rest of the team looks like they're going to force around him. Only a dig on Ross, though. So we'll have to see. It's going to be on Lucas to find an opening pick here. Where's he going to opt to set up?
Looks like we'll have to try and see. Looks like he's going into the heaven position. Pretty standard for an AWP, all things considered. It's not, definitely, I don't hate this position at all. Watching these, you're always going to get up on the railing. So you can see over those smokes from where they're at right now, and he will not find the first. He's going to not find the second either. Salchi drops him with a headshot. That is a massive choke from Lucas, something you don't see often. Bomb is headed down secret. They are going down in a hurry. Kills get traded. It's now 2 versus 3 as a result. Party AA leading the charge down secret. It's Ross Boats with nothing but the deagle and his own 2 hands. Can he put something together? Can he make something out of nothing? Ross Boats has to work his magic here, and it looks like his sheer presence is causing them to push back out of secret. And oh, but look, A's completely undefended. They're both down in secret. Look at this.
Call.
If the bomb makes it to A before they get back up there,
Camp Zerk, though.
it's going to be so close. Camp Zerk's going to see him. He knows the bomb is there. He waits for him to turn around, finds the headshot bomb on the floor, and now they have to try and pick something up. Rossboats takes down Azure, and it's Camp Zerk and Party AA. Party AA very, very low. Smoke on the bomb. He's going to walk right through it. It won't matter. Camp Zerk with 3 HP to spare keeps Smokewalkers in the game as they go up to 6.
Super important round for Smokewalkers, not just for the obvious reasons, but you look at Camp Zerk coming in, having a rough game this time. 3 and 14 before that kill comes in. If you lose that as Zerk, you're going to just be feeling like the worst person in the world. So I think it's super important for the momentum of the CT side to get that kill, just to give buoyancy to your players. You're going to need that if you want to stick it out and really fight back in this half.
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely a very momentum-based game, especially on a map like this one. So, that nade's going to do some serious damage. He's going to get caught with util out if he's not careful. Party AA running like he has no more life to live, and he will take off the head of Camp Zerk after he finds Azure. Salchi finding a kill elsewhere to make it 4 versus 3. Now it's Y99 to try and hold on to the site all by his lonesome as Harmless Target pushes down secret. Ooh, wait a second. They're deciding not to go through with the B hit. I think Y has realized this. A is completely open once again.
These mid rounds from Protocol Droids are pretty good, man. They've switched a couple times now and found bomb sites that are undefended.
Yep, Rossboat's on the ladder. He does take contact, so now he knows that they are coming A, and Harmless Target and Y have to get up there and in a hurry if they want to try and set themselves up for a good retake here. Looks like they're all going to be pushing from outside. That's a big nade for Rossboats. Party AA out of the round. Now 3 versus 3, much more doable for him. That Molotov's going to hold him off for the time being. Oh, but Y's made it up.
Here's the noise.
Zippy is not going to be expecting this. He's going to try and fight elsewhere. And Harmless Target and Y both finding good positioning. Now 1 versus 1. It's all on Skyline. Can't make it happen. And the defuse will come in. The gap now 3 as Smokewalkers go up to 7.
Yeah, I mistakenly thought Zippy had heard him coming up to get into heaven, but must not have. Gets found with his back turned, and then the retake can commence. You know, those angles from heaven that are so good when you've got people pulling the defense, I guess, in the post plant in different directions. So good stuff from Smokewalkers, closing the gap again. So hard to close out this map when you're gonna be on T side. All the momentum that they had feels like it's just evaporating.
Yep, just feels like they just have no answer for the Smokewalkers retakes. Just like you said, their mid rounds have been super well executed, but the problem is just hanging on to the bomb site, right? That lack of post-plant util is what's biting them right now. They absolutely need more smokes. They need more Molotovs in order to keep the CTs at bay. Campzerk on top of the box here. I don't hate this angle, honestly. I don't think they expected it. He's going to jump down, get in the headshot, gets tagged without receiving any kind of damage. And now it's going to be up to Y99 to try and fight on ramp. He's going to retreat away from hell. Lucas goes down. It's party double A with a quick double. Galil does not matter. And now with 1:12 left to go.
Trades coming in. Salchi picking up Campzerk and Ross picking up. Faded off the kill feed. Harmless Target. Managing to get one as well. And down just to Salchi. Unfortunately, can't pick up either one of them. And once again, the Smokewalkers come in with the retake. That was a really nice bait and switch. I think it was Y that came in from the other side of the drop there. We were talking about the angle that I think it was Ross was sitting on top of that box, and when he elected to drop down, Y came in from the other angle and managed to pick one up and then just fell back. Really nice play, just classic bait and switch. The annoying thing of fighting the CTs.
Sorry, I'm back. I was momentarily dragged into the Shadow Realm. Had to go fight off a few champions to get back, but we are here, and we are ready to go. 1:40 left to go in the round. I don't know what I missed in the last one. I momentarily disconnected. It looks like
EPEs took it back, Crash. They managed to defuse with 2 alive.
Ooh, look at that. Lucas finding Azure. That's a good entry frag. That'll make it 4 versus 4. Zippy answers back, and with speed, Rossboats can't find the kill. Salchi taking the site with a sense of urgency, and this is not a good angle for this AWP. Salchi's going to hit his head through the ledge, and now they know exactly where he's at. 4 versus 3 on this retake. Can Protocol Droids hang on? It's been their Achilles heel all night long. Hanging on to these retakes, and it's not a good start for him. Campzerk finds Zippy, and now Salchi will take down Lucas Wall.
Oh, no.
Campzerk will find the kills. It's falling apart. Campzerk with a 3K in the round. And he will keep Smokewalkers' hopes alive. 9-10 now.
Heartbreaking for Protocol Droids. Just once again, taking that site and having a pretty decent setup. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but there was, I think it was Party had maybe 2 flashes. I think Azure maybe had a smoke that wasn't dropped, if I'm getting that correctly. Did a little bit better. We saw smoke dropped out by the angle coming from Yard, but you know, if you smoke that Heaven angle off where Lucas is coming from, I feel like that's a much easier defense for Protocol Droids, but unfortunately just not able to hold on to it.
Yep, like we said, it's been their Achilles heel all night long. They have to mitigate that issue. At least it's something super simple, right? Maybe it's the angles, maybe it's the utility usage. We're not exactly sure, but I think that they will be able to narrow it down after this thing is all said and done. Those film sessions are very, very important. That's where you improve. Speaking of improvement, Ross goes dropping a Azure. Salty finding another one through the wall. Harmless target goes down. Not really sure what happened there. Maybe Lucas will find Salchi, and Skyline will answer by taking down Rosbos. It's now 3 versus 3 at this point in the round. Make it 3 versus 2. Zippy rips the head off of Y's shoulders, and now the minute 7 left to go. Lucas flicks over the mini. That is a disgusting shot.
Down to the 2-on-2. We do have Skyline up here in upper. Going to elect to drop back behind Squeaky. Closes it, actually, so makes the sound cue.
Now Lucas has sight, but he did not pop vent. So now he knows there's only one way he could have gone. So that's going to allow him and Camser to converge onto ramp there. And if you pop vent there, the possibility of B is open. But Party AA will take down Camser, and they're going to wrap through hell. This is unbelievable. I think Lucas sees it coming. He's seen them do this. He's seen this movie before, but he elects not to. He goes away from his gut, and now he's going to lose the bomb site as a result. Now he knows, after hearing the drops, he's going to have to come back up vent, and Skyline is getting into perfect position. The clear. The Raptors can't find the kill. Protocol Droids find their first one in a while.
Yep, and I think it's an interesting part that you keep alive your dynamic duo there, right? You got Skyline alive, you got Party alive, 2 highest fraggers on your team. And I want to call out Salchi too. We haven't really been talking about Salchi in specifics, but it seems like in a lot of cases, they're managing to pick up a kill when they're trading or when they're going down. Like we saw in that last round, they picked up the kill in yard after the kill was traded away. So super important to claw that back. And Protocol Droids managed to take the 11th. Only 2 more, but Smokewalkers breathing down their neck.
Oh yeah,
only the partial buy here with the SMGs though, Crash.
Yeah, this one is not exactly looking in their face. Boats, no armor, no helmet. Lucas, no helmet. Harmless target, no armor, no helmet. It is not looking like it's in their favor, but you are absolutely right. Salchi's had a lot more impactful kills, maybe not as many, but he always gets them right when Protocol Droids need them most. I bet his KAST percentage is going to be absolutely insane. It's probably in the 90s right now. With a minute 36 left to go. Lucas is going to take this angle onto Squeaky. Still on top of Hut here. Ooh, he does another one. Got out, and now Party AA expecting it. Tears his head from his shoulders. And with a minute 24, they're going to spill out onto the A side. I don't think there's anything they can do at this point. At this point, you just save the armor. You have to send Harmless Target and see what they can do, but nothing. With a 5-7, and Y99 is going to try and take this fight. We'll take down 1. Party AA hits the deck, and he is just going to try and run away for the save.
Good find by Protocol Droids. Going to be up to match point. Oh, look at the hunt. Nice by Skyline. So much damage to this economy.
Yeah, another set of armor down and on the ground. Camser stands in the Molotov. That is certainly one way to do it. I think they've heard this, and that is going to result in his head being taken off. Salchi, the man on the kill, and now Protocol Droids are on match point.
Good find by them. This is where they would much rather be, obviously. On the cusp of things. They've got 3 opportunities to close it out.
I mean, we could just as easily see Smokewalkers come back from this. I mean, them winning 3 rounds in a row on CT side, especially with how things have been going, not exactly out of the realm of possibility. So we will see what they decide to do here. Lucas going down on top of Hut again. A FAMAS and 4 M4s.
I feel like Smokewalkers need a hero play. If they can get somebody to pick up a double, I think they can make a game.
Y99 taking a lot of damage from that Molotov, down to 66 HP. That is basically a free kill at this point in the game. With a minute 20 to go now. Party AA on ramp here. Everybody's just kind of waiting for some CT overextension. This is something that we really haven't seen from Protocol Droids offense here. They're just waiting for the defense to make a mistake, waiting for somebody to extend it too far. But for the most part, Smokewalkers are staying fairly disciplined.
Yeah, they're not biting, not looking for intel. I like this. It's still fairly early in the round, so they still got some time to play with. I think if it's another 15 seconds, we might see the CTs be a little bit more aggro. Do have Harmless Target coming up by Secret, it looks like. Oh, but Zippy finds the opener with the op.
Yep, Rossbrook hits the deck on the A side. Camp has to find multiple.
Oh.
He does. Takes down 2 on ramp. That is absolutely massive. 3 versus 3. Make it 3 versus 2. Salchi dies elsewhere. And now it's Zippy on top ramp. And Party with the bomb. He's got a lot to do. Team's hopes and dreams on his back. Can he close it out here? Can he deliver the knife to the neck right here? Right now, Zippy going into control. Popping the glass. That is heard. Party with the smoke to his back.
Flashes and a frag.
Not a lot of util here for the CTs. It is just going to be guns and guns alone. Man to man, rifle to rifle. This is it. This is where legends are made. This is where stories get told. Party AA finds one. Now it'll be a 1 versus 2.
One by Zippy. 1v1.
Now he's got to try and get himself in position. Tech 9
Smart
isn't
play.
out. Not
Delay.
afraid. And he will try and hit the no-scope. Jumps down on the rafters. It's going to be tight. He does have the kit.
I think it's enough.
He will have it. And Smokewalkers are on to double digits. They live to fight another day, trying to get the off, but it looks like it will not work out. Does he have the time? No, he doesn't. Still, Smokewalkers' hopes and dreams stay alive for one more.
They're hanging onto the cliff. Protocol Droids not able to step on their toes and send them off the end. So close, though, and money's still not great. Although this time Azure coming in, too, with the P90, so... Not a great buy from the offense either. It looks like we got a little bit of team fire coming out of the gate too. Never like to see that.
No, somebody like some. I think that's a right click too. That's a yikes. My goodness.
Yeah.
Minute 42, and as you are just, oh no, oh don't do it to him. Oh, he does get taken down for mini rock close. Saves his teammate because that could have been very, very bad. They got 3 guys watching outside here. Zippy takes down 1, and it looks like Zippy's going to try and get the second. Won't get there. And now it's Wyatt and Ross votes in mini to try and hold off this assault. Party AA finds another. He's up to 30 in the game so far. He's been an undisputed MVP of his team. Zippy was the one who right-clicked Skyline. Wise going to get the kill as a result. Salchi and Party both finding kills elsewhere. And now it's all on Camp.
10 and 19.
He's 10 and 19 at this point in the game. Hasn't had his best performance, but this is absolutely where he can make a name for himself. This right here is where he has to put the team on his back. He has to get to the finish line. Paranoid of an outside presence. Is he going to loop all the way around? He has no kit. He does not have time for this. He is going to pick one up, though.
Pick one up. Yep. This is dangerous, though. So long on the rotate.
Yeah. And with that smoke down, he's got to make his decision now. He's got to retake with speed, a sense of urgency. This crossfire from AZN is very, very dangerous. He's got a man inside hut. Does he watch it? He's gonna get here. Cancer.
Oh!
Unbelievable! 1 versus 2. Does he have the time? He does. He's gonna get the defuse, and Smokewalkers are up to 1-1. An absolutely insane 1 versus 2 from Cancer. I don't believe it.
Waking up at just the right time.
Oh my goodness!
Feel really happy about that one.
100%. That is absolutely insane. And now we are on game point right here. It all comes down to this. We have been playing Counter-Strike for just a little under 2 hours at this point. 2 hours of sweat, 2 hours of blood, and 2 hours of tears, all culminating in one single round. 1:44 to decide who will win.
Protocol Droids taking it slow so far, looking for a little bit of outside control and yard. Got Zippy with the AWP again on this angle. Looking for that opener.
1:27
no
left to
util in
go.
order to afford it.
Nading the smoke. This is risky. Looks like you won't get much damage out of that nade. Still very limited utility here on the CT side. But it looks like it may not matter. If the trends of this game are anything to follow up on, Party AA making his way into Squeaky. And trying to find one is Campzerk. It's just a little bit too shaky. Can't quite find the accuracy. And now Lucas is heading down to B. He's given up ramp entirely here, with nobody watching Hell either. That is very, very interesting.
Round's half over.
Yep, 45 seconds. This is it. Protocol Droids have to make a decision. They are going to go out ramp Lucas. will not find anything. He does take one, but it's not going to be enough. Party AA takes him down. He's going to swing out hell, not see anything. And now they are going to go down to B, but it looks like the CTs are going to be ready for him. They might be able to contest the plant. 28 seconds left to go. And Rossboat's always going to swing up the control. This is disgusting. They all disperse at the exact right time that he sees nothing. Y finds his Azure, and now he drops the bomb. The bomb is on the ground. They got to go get it. 15 seconds. Y has an angle. Drops one. Two left. It's Party AA. He has the bomb. Now planning inside the smoke. 8 seconds to spare. They spam it. They find it. They do. They're not going to have time. It won't matter. We're going to overtime. Unbelievable scene here on Nuke, and we are not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. Hold your breath.
Ross's position there is so good as the T's are entering the site, man. And it was funny, you pointed it out, Crash, like the minute he gets up there to peek, everybody disperses, but then catches the bomb coming across, delays, lets his team get in position. Just nice stuff from Ross there. And yeah, going into overtime. Love to see it.
Yeah, and I mean, there's just not much else you can really say about that. You can't have the bombs that dropped right there. That is just so very, very unfortunate for Droids to get into this round. Zippy is unleashing his anger. Wide 99 goes down. Rossboats will take down Salty as the result. With a minute 34 left to go, Azure's going to try and find something in heaven. Lucas, oh, this is disgusting if he manages to hang on to this angle. Zippy takes down Harmless. Target is going to walk right into this AWP.
Ooh.
And it looks like Lucas is going to get behind him. And as a result, they're going to go all the way up to A. Are they going to stay where they're at? Lucas with a quick scope. Now he's going to try and look at double. Instead, falling back into connector. He's going to nade the doors. So those doors cannot be closed anymore. Have to get a smoke down on it. Azure is there, ready, waiting, and takes down Lucas. Party AA has Ross both, and it's Camp Circle alone. 1 versus 3. We've seen him in this situation before. Can he come up clutch again? Can he get to the finish line all on his own? Not a chance. Azure 47 drops him where he stands, and Protocol Droids find that last round, but it is too little too late. We are already in it.
Yeah, Y unfortunately getting caught outside there. It looks like they're with a nade in their hand or directly after finding a nade in their hand, and just not expecting the fight. Like the T's really having a much better pace that time, laying those cross smokes, coming in, moving down secret, and actually able to hold off the Smokewalkers on the retake this time.
Yeah, and it looks like, once again, just too little too late. We're already in overtime. You needed that less than 2 minutes ago, but you got to try and push that out of your head. Once you hit overtime, it's a 0-0 game. We are a 0-0 Counter-Strike club, and that is what I always told my teammates in these situations, right? You've got to play all the way through to the end. You can't give up, you can't quit, and you can't think of yourself as down or up. Every round is a pistol round. And with a minute 43 left to go, we will see what happens. And it looks like already heavy outside aggression. Salty and Zippy both finding kills. They could potentially sweep overtime if the CTs aren't careful. Y99 drops Salty as the result now. 4 versus 3. Molotov going into heaven. Azure 47 finding Y. Zippy taking down Harmless Target, and it's Camp Cirque all alone one more time.
Camp Cirque, the only one left alive still, coming out of hut, looking towards heaven.
And
find
go
him
down, and they're gonna get the bomb plant money too. Not that it matters.
Another good round from Protocol Droids, and another case where the outside aggression pays its dividends. It's kind of interesting. I'm not sure what changed between regulation and now. I don't feel like we saw nearly as much coming up the bot side when they were in regulation and trying those moves.
They were playing very, very, very passive, right? They were waiting for the CTs to overextend, especially in that last round, right? They were just waiting to try and see if they could goad anybody into an overextension. They were just overthinking it and overdoing it. And now that things are back to 0-0, they're back to their old ways of not taking any prisoner. Salty takes down Rossboat from behind. Cancer answers back, drops him quick and efficiently. 4 versus 3, make it 3 versus 3 as Skyline AI takes down Lucas. We had the AUG. Azure 47 finds Camp Cirque elsewhere, plucks him out of the round, and now it's Y99 and Harmless Target to try and find one round on the CT side here in overtime. Otherwise, we will see a clean sweep from Protocol Droids. Skyline planting the bomb. Target won't get there. It's Y99 all alone in heaven. Booked off. He's got to wait for that to fade. The nade coming in is going to deal massive damage. He caught that one right in the teeth, and it looks like he will not be able to make anything happen. Protocol Droids with a clean sweep in the first half of overtime, and now they just need one on the CT side.
And 3 opportunities to do it. So interesting to me that they make it work on the T side there and get every single round. And I think we got to talk a little bit about Azure, who's been kind of lower on the scoreboard for bot, but really showing up in the overtime. I think picked up maybe 3 or 4 kills. I want to say Azure was six kills coming into this, but picking up the op, managing to find some more kills, making all the difference for Protocol Droids.
I see 2 shotguns. I see 2 shotguns. You do not win overtime with an auto shotty and a mag 7. It's happening right now. Zippy is getting very, very aggressive. They lobby fronts. They don't know what's there. They know they all have to be outside. This is absolutely insane play from Protocol Droids. And they know that they have to commit. Party AA going up
so
the ladder,
aggressive.
taking down Harmless Target on the absolutely mind-boggling play. They call trying to get down Secret, and it looks like Party AA will find another in his
Oh!
grinder. Protocol Droids taking in one fell swoop. The speed of a cheetah as they make it 16-12 to rip victory out of the hands of the Smokewalkers.
That was crazy. What a last round. Opting for the shotguns and pushing so aggressive. He said, this is not how you win. Crash, it looks like maybe that is how you win. Or it is also how you win the hearts and minds of the viewers, which, is also important, right?
Very true.
Absolutely
Very
crazy
true.
game.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I mean, once again, not to just sound one note, but we do have to call out Party 37 kills. Just a disgusting game coming out of
He
them.
was not going to lose that game. If I drop 37, I'm going to drag all 4 of you across the finish line. We're not losing, right?
And look at that stat as trifecta. 4 triple kills. That is disgusting.
Unbelievable. I believe 2 of them were in the first 2 rounds too. Like he had like 8 kills in the first 3 rounds. It was nuts.
Yeah, he was at one point like 11-2 or something. Yeah.
It's an absolute lawnmower, and Smokewalkers were happy to march into it. Not a disrespect to their playing ability, of course. It's just the nature of Nuke on the T side. But man, you got to admit, that was one heck of a game that we just saw, and hopefully it's a sign to come here on Entry Point Esports. But I'm being told that that's all we have for you here tonight. I have been Crash. This is Cal. Thank you very much to our production team for making us look and sound good.